Knowsy Neighbors fans, it's your good friend Jessica Carden with Murdoch Manwaring Company, a real estate group at Keller Williams Realty East Idaho, your Knowsy Neighbors. Thanks for joining us today. Here we are. We are a little different. As you probably have seen, there's been a huge tick up of sickness and COVID. And so we're just going to do a little more virtual here for the next couple of weeks as we try to do what's right for our community, which we love, and do a little more virtual. But we're still going to try to keep it really super fun. So welcome. By the way, if you do love local businesses like we do, please like and follow our Knowsy Neighbors page. Go back and check it out. For the next couple of weeks, you'll see a lot of throwbacks. We're going to bring a lot of the last 3 years businesses back to the front. If you didn't know about them or you forgot about them, you're going to see them here in the next couple of weeks. Plus, we'll do some more of these virtuals as well. Today, I'm excited. I'm a huge John C. Maxwell fan. I'm a huge reader of his books. And we're going to talk about an event that's coming up here that's hosted locally, but you can do it virtually now. So anybody can join. And I will tell you, I'm excited to talk more about what this can do for you in your life and in your business. So we're going to talk about this Live2Lead event coming up here. And by the way, if you love real estate, which is what we do as a living here at the Murdoch Manwaring Company, head over to our Murdoch Manwaring Company page and like and follow over there. We have our new year-end stats video coming out, the market update. You're going to want to take a look at that. Make sure to give us a follow because you're going to want to keep up on what's going on in real estate. And there's been so many twists and turns. It's so interesting this year. And if we can help you sell your home or buy a home, we would love to do that. It is really literally almost the end of the best possible time. You've missed the peak, but you're going to really be upset next year as those interest rates creep up because prices will still increase and so will interest rates, and it's going to get crazy on affordability. So now is the time. If you're not in your forever home or you haven't bought a home yet, please don't come to me next year and say, I wish I would have done it like you did last year. Okay, thanks so much. Give us a call. All right, so let's get started with who we're talking about today. We're talking about Live2Lead, a John C. Maxwell event coming up here. And we're talking to Merriann. Merriann, I've got this pulled up. I want to make sure I've got my screen pulled up here. Merriann Forrest is the owner, coach, leader, guru, whatever it is with Infinity and Beyond, which is a coaching group. And they are bringing in this live Live2Lead event coming. Thanks for joining us today, Merriann.
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate the opportunity.
So tell us, what is this Live2Lead event?
This is an opportunity to bring John C. Maxwell, Valerie Burton, Jeff Henderson, and several others right into the comfort of your home to bring world-class leadership training, be able to walk away from it feeling inspired with a game plan and ready to go.
So this is a leadership event. When we say leadership event, what does that mean? Are we going to learn leadership skills? Are we going to learn? What is the goal of what we're learning at this event? Because I want to say everything I believe about John C. Maxwell, but tell us what someone should expect if they were to attend.
You can expect to come in and feel like you're right at home. You will learn from down-to-earth, incredible world-class leaders that will give you tools and tips and tricks to be able to move your business, your personal life, whether it be your personal growth or your business growth to the next level.
Awesome. Now, I am a proponent of leadership skills, whether you're a business owner or not. I've read probably 5 or 6, 10, maybe 10 John C. Maxwell books, but I also have one of my powerful books that I read. It was called The 360-Degree Leader, which means you should be a leader at any position in a business. You should be a leader in your family. If you are anywhere with people in any way, you have opportunity, and leadership skills benefit you in any way. So I'm a huge, even if you're not feel like you're the leader of your business, this could be a huge thing for someone.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing that up, Jessica. I think a lot of people have that misconception that it's a title, and really it's even for the stay-at-home mom who's the one that's being watched by her kiddos. So it's anybody, anywhere. And it's all about personal development. And it starts with you, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing right now in life. When you become the very best you can be, you impact everything around you. And that's what I love about this opportunity.
It's so true. So true. Leadership skills, even if all you're leading is yourself, sometimes we are bad leaders of ourselves.
I've been there.
And people want their lives to change and they want to improve and they want to have all these things, but they're a bad leader to themselves. Absolutely. And anyway, that was a big impact when I read my first John Maxwell book, which was the 5 levels of leadership. Moving on to the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. I can name them all. But in that, so I know that a lot of people are going to want to know. So tell us about, when does this happen? How much does it cost? And where do they go to register?
So this is actually coming up a week from Saturday, the 22nd. And if you want an incredible all-day opportunity to meet some local leaders, to hear what brought them where they are and some golden nuggets, you want to be there because you're going to learn some incredible stuff. It's so valuable. Join us follow me on the Facebook for the Live2Lead Idaho Falls virtual. You can purchase your ticket there. You can purchase your ticket there. You can follow us, but make sure that you like us and that you're going. You show that you're going so that you can get all the updates, because with the way that things are right now, things are changing every moment. So I'm excited to be able to bring this opportunity to you.
It's awesome. So how much is it going to cost?
$124 gives you a full day event opportunity. We're going to have social hour from 7:30 to 8:15. We have a special guest speaker speaking with open prayer, and he'll be sharing for about 15-20 minutes. And then we're going to go into an incredible leadership roundtable discussion with 6 powerful leaders from the communities. And I'm so honored to have them, to be able to have their golden nuggets of expertise to be able to bring to you.
This is really an investment in yourself. I mean, this is an investment in growth. And I wasn't always a huge personal growth person, because I'm pretty motivated. I'm self-motivated. And so I'm always like, personal growth, schmoth. And then, in Keller Williams, I became a team leader for Keller Williams. And that's a big part of Keller Williams. And that's kind of where I really got super deep into John Maxwell. And I realized, oh my word, it isn't really about looking in the mirror. You're good enough. You're smart enough. That's not personal growth. Personal growth is becoming better. That's it. It doesn't matter what you put after it. It's becoming better.
Absolutely.
And everybody needs that.
Absolutely. And you know what? We have the answer hidden within us. And with the right coach, you can read the books, you can read the how-tos and the what-fors, and that's very inspiring. But really, when it comes right down to it, if you're asked the right questions and given the right tools, you will bring the answers right outside of yourself to take you where you want to go, because you know you the best.
So that is a really interesting aspect of it, because a lot of us don't like accountability when we're trying to grow. This is where we start with those New Year's resolutions and everything. We don't tell anybody, right? We don't tell anybody our goals. We don't tell anybody what we're doing. Why? Because we want to easily hide from them. We want to step back if we're not doing well, or we don't like the pressure, or we don't like the change. We don't like the uncomfortability that comes in growth, right? Absolutely. But that idea of coaching, man, that can change your life. If you really want to invest in change, getting yourself a coach, especially a personal coach, that is crazy different. So you run Infinity and Beyond. How does that work?
So I work with individuals. I've done many online mastermind groups. We've done lunch and learns. I've actually taken the John C. Maxwell leadership game into communities, into businesses, and hosted them with teams of 6 to 12 people. And it's an incredible opportunity to be able to bring your team together in a non-offensive way, learn more about the incredible gifts that your team brings to the table. And if there are issues, it brings it out in a non-offensive way as well, and gives you tools on how to move forward. And the cards, it's actually a card game. You roll the dice. It is a fun, interactive game. And we've taken that into businesses, and it's been incredibly successful. I love the feedback that we get, and it opens doors for more opportunities for coaching as well, for the individuals and also for the team.
Awesome. I just switched our view. Sorry to throw you in the middle of that. I just glanced over at our feed on Facebook, and I realized all the cool background that we had wasn't showing up. So we were just in white background. So, I just flipped that off. Well, and that is a super amazing concept to think about is what are you going to do and who's going to help you get where you want to go? And most of us don't know who to go to and don't know how that works. So how much does that cost? Let's say I'm really committed to my personal growth this year. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to invest. I'm going to hire a coach. What does that, number one, how does that look? How do they do it? And how much does it cost?
Well, it's a case-by-case situation. We'd sit down, and I want to find out, first of all, what it is that you want. And then we'll go from there. And then I'll put it on a piece of paper, and we'll discuss what works within your budget. My thing is, first of all, welcome to my office.
I know. I'm like, I probably didn't even warn you. Welcome to being live with me. I just do whatever stuff. Hey,
you know what? I love it. And you know what? This is the real thing about me. I've got all these sorters back here, and this is how I keep my life together. This is not where I meet when I coach, but I do know that it's really about what it is that you're looking for. What are your goals? So it takes some time to kind of look at that. And then it depends from there what your plan is. And then we can set a plan and make it work within your budget, because I want everybody to have that opportunity.
So when we talk about working within your budget, let's say, give us a ballpark. What you're saying, listen, if you're going to do this, you should be expecting this range depending on you personally. What does that look like?
Well, I actually coach. My rate is $120 an hour, depending on the length of time, depending on the leadership game.
Oh, makes sense.
Valued at $1,400 for a 4-hour session, but I don't always charge that rate. It depends on what works within the budget for the group and the individuals.
Makes sense. That's awesome. So if we take a look at this on the Live2Lead, tell us what the day is going to look like. Because I know this is a virtual event and it's a broadcast. So take us from the beginning of the end to the day and tell us what's going to happen that day. Because I really think, you guys, anyone who's watching this video, I promise you will not regret taking a day and growing yourself through John Maxwell concepts and hearing from people who have had success. I promise you won't. Okay, so tell us what the day looks like.
The day is absolutely incredible. When you walk in or come into our group, you're going to see a bunch of happy faces that are looking forward to some change. It's a new year. It's a new fresh start. We're going to have social hour for about 45 minutes. Come and meet the people that want to be a part of this.
So how does social hour work in a virtual setting?
In a virtual setting, we're going to open it up and let everybody talk. We're going to introduce each other. What do you do? Tell me a little bit about your background. What brings you to Live2Lead? The thing that I love about this opportunity is that there's commonality in what everybody's looking for right now, and that's to become better at what you are.
What if that makes you nervous? Will you have to talk if that's not comfortable?
You do not. Absolutely not. I think that everybody needs to know that this is going to be, it's a safe place, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do as far as the comfort of opening up and sharing. You don't have to share at all. You can smile and grin, or you can just sit there and fold your arms. But what I can guarantee you is that you will walk away different than when you came in. Because I have gotten feedback from the people that are coming, that have joined us. We had a live one at the Shoshone Event Center in October. We had 90 participants in that room, and it was incredible.
Awesome. Okay, so we have social hour. What happens next?
We get to hear from local leaders. And Jessica, you're one of them. We get to hear from local leaders right in the Idaho Falls community that can talk to you about golden nuggets that's helped them get to where they are today. And I am truly honored to be able to bring these individuals into your community and share with you.
Do you want to drop any names right here? Anybody that you know for sure is coming? Or is it all surprise?
You know what? I want to keep it a surprise.
Hey.
And the reason why is because it's going to be better than you could ever think or imagine.
And I know a few names, and I'm probably the least on this panel. So I am super excited to be there to listen as much as anything else. So that's awesome.
And you know what, Jessica, you are right there with them.
You're so nice.
Such an honor to have you
live on camera.
It's such an honor to have you, and the team, everybody that's coming is bringing such a wealth of knowledge and such a passion for helping their community and helping others. So it's not going to be a disappointment, I guarantee. But we're for about an hour and a half in that panel. Okay. And it may end up being that we go right into a mastermind group. I'm going to let the flow go. Having this event virtual for this time, I've hosted them live in the past. So this is going to be an exciting opportunity. And there's going to be some upgrades that I'm working on through the weekend that I have some ideas about. I just found out the live hosting site was closed down to all outside groups. I just found out day before yesterday. So we're going to really make your experience incredible. After that, we were going to bring lunch in, but you get to bring your own lunch from home. So I know you're going to love exactly what it is that you bring, but we're going to go with our John C. Maxwell team. We get to hear from John himself. And Valerie Burton, she is an incredible coach that coaches hundreds of thousands around the world. She's one of my personal mentors, and I love where her heart is to really pull out the nuggets within the individual to know that you can be the very best that you can be. We all have that big dream, but with the right coaching, like I'd mentioned earlier, you can find out what those answers are within yourself to be able to make that happen. And the founder of It Cosmetics, Jamie Kern Lima, she was told no for years. And she just knew the knowing within her. She knew this is what the Lord had called her to, and she stands on her faith, as do the others. But she knows, she knew what she was called to. She wanted to create a cosmetics line. She did so out of her living room, and she ended up selling it to L'Oreal for $1.2 billion.
Wow.
Was hired as the first CEO, female CEO, and she's doubled their sales in the first year. She's incredible. We get to hear from her. And many more too. I mean, we've got 5 power-packed leaders that are going to be speaking from 11 to 3. And so you bring your notebooks. If you register in advance, I can actually email you an online booklet. Let me show you this. It's incredible. I don't know
awesome.
If it's Blair, but it's an actual event guidebook. So you'll have note-taking that you can take along the way. I also encourage people to put on their paperwork, this is what I need to change, put a C next to it. This is an action plan, put an A next to it, so that when you go back and you review your notes, you know exactly what it is that you want to take action with immediately. And then after that, we're going to open up a Q&A session and give away a few door prizes.
Very cool. So they're expecting it starts 7:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And you enter in 7:30 to 8:30. Is that what I heard?
Yep. That'll be our social hour.
Social hour. And then from there, from basically 8:30 on to 3, it is packed.
It's going to be packed. Yep.
Awesome. That is
and then
awesome.
We'll unwind.
Yeah, and we'll unwind. So I want to make sure I show, let's go over here. I want to show where they go on Facebook. I'm going to give a little thing right over here. So take a look right here. This is the Facebook page you're going to come to. There's going to be a few updates today because we've moved everything virtual. So take a look. And this is where you're going to hit going. Also, this is where you're going to come right down here to purchase tickets. So come right down to the section on the About section, and we purchase tickets. That's where you go right there. Now, also, it'll drive you to this website, which also has additional information. And this is where you buy your tickets.
Yes, and that will all be updated.
Perfect. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you so
okay,
much.
Is there anything else, Merriann, we didn't talk about that we've got to get out in this video today?
No, Jessica, I am so grateful and again, honored and so appreciative for you taking the time and helping me get the word out there. This is such an incredible opportunity. I actually have a nonprofit that helps victims of abuse and individuals coming out of prison. My story, a little bit about me. Do I have a minute, Jessica?
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up because I can't believe I forgot.
Thank you. That's okay.
Of that. So yes, please.
That's okay. So my driving force is I am a survivor of childhood sexual abuse by a non-family member and domestic violence. And through that struggle and dysfunction, it almost destroyed my marriage now. And he is not the man that abused me. He's my knight in shining armor, by the way. We will be celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary this August. Awesome. We have 2 sons, one's 28 and one is 24. And I have 2 beautiful grandbabies. My little grandson is 6 months old and my granddaughter is 2 months old. I am so blessed with their precious wives. And it was almost destroyed because of the things that I had not worked through from my abuse. And so over the years, I've been involved in women's ministry for over 20 years. I've volunteered at the local prison for 17 years prior to COVID. And I decided I was not a fundraiser very well anymore. I worked through my nonprofit, 2 different nonprofits that I had started for close to 20 years. And I realized somebody else can do that. But I had to have something where I can take all of my years of experience in training and coaching into my community and offer a gift. And the John Maxwell Team doors opened up. I've followed his training for 20 years. So when this opportunity came about, I was able to come. It gave me the tools to overcome my personal hurdles. I tell people that I was like that wild turkey in the middle of the flock, that I could be the leader and the flock was following, but a lot of times and more often than not, I wasn't sure how to get over the fence. And I would go back into the flock of friends and complain and whine. And then finally I got to the fence and realized, wait a minute, I can use these wings for something. But the tools with the John Maxwell team helped me get over my own hurdles.
That's
so
awesome.
I think I can't be the only one that has hurdles. I need to bring that into the communities and offer a gift. So I'm bringing everything into my communities through my coaching business, through the Live2Lead. And a portion of all the proceeds is donated to my nonprofit. So the long-term goal with the nonprofit is safe, clean, sober housing for women and victims of abuse.
That's awesome. Awesome. I mean,
A lot of
that's
information.
helping right there. That is so cool.
Thank
So
you.
cool. Well, that is phenomenal. I love that. And you know, the idea of once you've been helped and moved on helping others is how we create an amazing world, right? Is we keep passing that on and passing on to the next person who needs that hand up until we have that chain that goes all the way up. So awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mariann, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story and bringing this awesome event to Idaho Falls. I want to say Idaho Falls, but it's now virtually anybody who's watching this can attend this event, which is amazing. So that's awesome. All right. Again, you guys, there is a link below to get you to the page, the Facebook page. You want to make sure you mark that you're going or interested in that. And then right inside of that page is a link to buy your tickets and get over there and take a look. One more time. How much is it? Date and time?
$124 this upcoming a week from Saturday, September 20th or September. Sorry about that. January 20th. Social hour from 7:30 to 8:15.
Perfect. All right. Take a look. Thank you again, Mariann. Thanks, everybody. Attend this. There's never going to be a time where when you invest in yourself and take the time, and by the way, any of you say, I don't have time to do it, you never will. You've got to make the time.
You can.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, check it out. Thanks again. Again, it is Live2Lead, and the Merriann Forrest coaching company is Infinity and Beyond. All the links are in there. Check it out and contact her, and we'll see you a week from Saturday at Live2Lead. Thanks, Mariann. All right, this has been Jessica Carton with Murdoch Manwaring Company here in Idaho Falls, your real estate group, and your nosy neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The Knowsy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The Knowsy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
Nosy Neighbors, keeping you in the know.
So the Nosy Neighbors keeping you in the know.
The Nosy Neighbors are going to keep you in the know.